When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, taking on another Big 12 foe, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Yellow Jackets' long wait is coming to an end as they'll put a foot to it and the season will get underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Alabama's offense going to get the chance to start this game off. And they are going to be met up front by a defensive line group that is going to make life miserable on the offensive line and the quarterback and this whole offense, David.
And this offense is fully aware of the challenge in front of them. Defensive line is quick, they're physical, they're powerful, they wreck games. They individually take over because of their greatness. It's focal point 1, 2, and 3, Jesse.
They're physical and athletic, and that's the thing that's so dynamic about this position group, right? They stop the run, they get after your quarterback. Tremendous challenge for this offensive line to try and match that physicality. We'll see if they can get it done.
Looking downfield, it's Reinhardt. That's reeled in. It's Manning. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Let's talk about Alabama. They lose in the semis last year. Any potential for a hangover this season?
I don't think so, and I think they obviously didn't finish last season the way they wanted to, but having the success they had, David, that opened the eyes to a lot of portal players around the country. They wanted to come here knowing they could build on that and take the next step.
And sometimes it takes those steps, Jesse. Like, you've got to crawl before you walk, and this team, they tasted it. They know what it feels like. They know what it's like to be in the playoffs, and they want more. And they get to take some anger out and some hard feelings out today to start this season.
The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. The Yellow Jackets offense will get the ball for the first time. And they are led up front by a powerful offensive line that opens up an array of possibilities, Jesse.
No question it's the identity of this offense. Multiple players up front that are going to play in the National Football League. This unit is going to be up for the Joe Moore Award at the end of the year for the outstanding O-line, David. They are going to try and establish the line of scrimmage with their physicality.
Man, it's a tremendous challenge with this defensive line because you know that. Like, you've got to be aggressive. You've got to be physical. I've got to take away their ability to run the football first. This unit's nasty. They're dirty. I love it.
Looking to fire. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Didn't find much running room there. Picks up a few before he's forced out of bounds. And the Yellow Jackets will punt it away on 4th down. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. He'll be content with the field position, making the fair catch right around the 30-yard line. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Can't hold on. He had him right down the middle, and he flat dropped it. It can get pretty wild in the Big 12. Some of these outposts are like snake pits when you have to go on the road. Got to get off to a quick start in conference play.
It is always wacky, Reese. Like, there's always something that happens in the Big 12, and somebody comes out of nowhere in the Big 12 every single year. So starting in conference play, Caller, these games start to really matter, really add up, and the pressure amplifies.
It's so true, too. When you think about the Big 12 conference, it just seems like teams get caught sleepwalking. So you've got to start fast. And the challenge, I think, for these coaching staffs, these two teams, every week they've got to have their team ready to go, and it starts today.
He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
Man, you are rolling the dice every time you throw this guy's way. He is one of the best corners in the entire country. Everybody has their eye on him every single game. He does a great job breaking on that ball and forcing the incompletion.
Looking for a man. It's Reinhardt. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
These corners going to give them some space. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Let's take a second to look at the big picture for Georgia Tech. The portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice little haul that really could set them up for success this season.
They did, and they didn't go bonkers and go crazy, Jesse. I like how they just saw a couple guys that they thought fit their system, fit their culture, and now they're bringing them in so they can rise the tide of this team.
Yeah, this feels like a curated roster, right? They only had a few holes that they had to fill up, but they went out, they put their effort into finding the right guy. They feel like they've upgraded their roster with just a few portal additions.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard games.
Bernie on the Jets. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
And this defense is figuring out early in this football game, man. They've got to be dialed in because this passing attack, it's lethal because they get it to their speedsters.
Oh, he's got some space. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. The Yellow Jackets back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And he'll be out of bounds on what turns out to be the final play of the 1st quarter. It's been a defensive battle through the 1st period, and the stats tell that tale. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. The give to the tailback. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. And the Yellow Jackets line it up with a 1st and goal. Wants to pass. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Georgia Tech!
And they finally lift the lid. Man, I didn't know if we were going to be 0-0 going into the half, going into the fourth quarter. The offense finally puts a drive together, breaks that seal. Excited to see now this opens things up, calms people down, and lets them have a little more success.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes that Alabama offense. They're looking for something, looking for anything to try to put some kind of score on the board, down 7-0. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Off play action. Under fire. Going to try to get it himself.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Looks as if he's going to run it. Turning it on. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
Well, you wonder how this guy is so dynamic. It's because of his speed. You simply can't coach that. You saw it on that last carry.
This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Rushes on him. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
Long incompletions are okay. You got to take shots. You got to make big plays in college football. I love that you're taking shots. Keep taking them. Some of those are going to come home. Some of them aren't. But when they come home, they equal big-time points.
Setting up the screen. Shakes off the defender.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
Alabama comes to the line on 3rd and short. Motion from the wideout. To the ground with the back. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. Wide receiver comes in motion. Little touch pass to the receiver. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Gets it out fast. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. The Yellow Jackets headed quickly to the line.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
And those are frustrating. Like, those drops really annoy you because those running backs are always asking to be more a part of the game plan. Get the ball more, touch it more. An awesome opportunity in the pass game to make a play, ball right in his hands, and that is a missed opportunity.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. They're a couple of yards short of the first down, but the offense will stay out there on fourth down. Makes a grab past the marker. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. And the Yellow Jackets are on the move.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
I love defenses that can mix it up between man and zone, and I love the vision right here by the cornerback, seeing the quarterback the whole way, breaking on the football when that hand separates from the other hand. Nice job getting the deflection. Nice vision by that cornerback.
The Yellow Jackets will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. He'll take the deep shot. Grabs it inside the 10. Can White cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets.
I think you love starting the year off with some momentum, and that's exactly what this offense is doing. They're firing on all cylinders, defense doing their job as well. This team getting out the gates to start the season in great fashion.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Florida managed to avoid being gator bait by scratching and clawing their way to a narrow victory. This wasn't the blowout some had hoped for, but it sure beats the alternative. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down. Dropping back, it's Reinhardt. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, second down coming. Wants to go up top. Got a man, it's Lindsey. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. They just keep firing. Yell off one deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent, but just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Bringing it back. At the 30. He's at the... And he is taking it all the way back. Touchdown, Alabama!
I love this free safety and how he plays center field. And oftentimes, he's able to bait QBs into bad decisions. He did it right there. Made the quarterback think he was dropping one way, put his foot in the ground, got in front of that pass, and then showed you the wheels, returning it for a touchdown.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Rides the back on the option, the give. Pass to Sticks, and he may get more. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the first down at the 41. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Leaves it with the back. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Gives it on the option. Still running at the 35. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. They'd love nothing better than to add a 3-ball here before the break. Oh, no good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a great one today from there in Tuscaloosa.
Ready to start the second half. Alabama will kick it off. He'll start the return inside his 5. Slips through the line. Got a little room. Just barely able to keep him from pouncing it on that one. What a nice return. This dude is absolute electricity when he gets the ball in his hand. He'll pull it on the read. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
You know, as a quarterback, when you're doing this zone read play, you got to read that defensive end. If he crashes down hard inside to take the running back away, right away you know now you're keeping the football. Nice job by the quarterback.
Blast his way ahead, but not much room. A pickup of 1 to the 24.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19. They get the conversion there. He used his size and nice moves to get past the chains.
And I like that. 3rd and short. Find the big fella, the soft hands.
There he goes. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Snaps it in the shotgun. And the heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
The quarterback just has to be more aware of the situation. First down, goal-to-go situation. You cannot take a sack. So the QB, if no one's open, you got to make sure you're throwing that ball out of the end zone and helping your offense out.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Nice execution by this defense on 2nd and goal. And they try to throw the football. They stay tight on them. If I'm this offense, maybe I run some crossers, a little pick route, try to get my guy open.
Firing to the right, complete. They found the tight end, but he could not find first down yardage, and it'll be 4th down. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Oh, and he missed it. No good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to throw, it's Reinhardt. Pass rush, coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Release to the back. Finds him out of the backfield. He won't. Here it'll bring up 4th down. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. That leg is staying loose. Already the 5th kick of the night. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity ladder. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. They built up some time of possession with that last drive, but couldn't turn it into points with the missed field goal. We'll see if they can put something on the board this time. Rides the back and leaves it. Breaks into the open. Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48. And the Yellow Jackets racing to the line in the hurry-up. Wants to throw on 1st down. Going for it all. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
This quarterback has been struggling to find a rhythm in this game so far. Didn't have a ton of success in the 1st half, so here he is trying to ignite the offense with a deep shot. They're not able to come away with the completion.
Oh, they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go. Out of the gun, the inside give. How about the blow he delivered in banging his way to the 41?
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Fires to the tight end. At the 20, he's got space. Touchdown, Georgia Tech! All that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
It's so nice to have these big playmaking tight ends that are basically oversized receivers. Make a play down the field to him, huge catch radius, makes the play, and then I love the run after the catch. These guys can do this nowadays. He does the rest of the work and gets into the end zone.
He'll bring it out. It's Manning. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Pressure coming. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the 3rd quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
He's got great speed. Excellent coverage and tackle that time, and that's how the 3rd quarter comes to a close. Guys, we've reached the end of the quarter, and Georgia Tech has the lead. They built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Going right to work up top. Got it in the middle. It's Garrison. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a 1st down at the 44. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Gives it on the option. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Back to pass on second down. It's complete to the right. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The give on the option. Now well within striking distance as that third down play gets him a first at the 29.
Really impressed with the running back. His stats haven't been great, right? Every yard has been hard to come by, but these are some of the best runs we've seen in the game by him, and it's happening at the most important time here in the fourth quarter.
Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal. The Yellow Jackets want to pick up the tempo. They'll move the wide receiver. He's got him. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Yeah, and how about this offense, man, putting another drive together, getting in the end zone. And here's the deal. Going on the road, handling these conditions in game one, they've done a phenomenal job.
He'll bring it out. It's Manning. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here comes that Alabama offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Not a lot of room there. Give him a couple to the 16.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on third down. Back to throw, it's Reinhardt. On the run, fires downfield. This one's complete. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. Everybody and their brother showing blitz. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Caught close to the marker, it's Lindsey. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working. Motion from the wide receiver. From the gun, running back on the move. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Can't complete the long throw, and the defense gets off the field on fourth down. The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great.
Trying to beat the D deep. A full dive to haul that one in.
Well, this offense has just been dialing up explosive play after explosive play. That's a big part of why they have a huge lead at this point. And even in the fourth quarter with that lead.
Touchdown, Georgia Tech! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And the second half looking a lot like the first half, and this lead continues to build. How about the rhythm of this offense? They are showing you a little bit of everything. What they worked on in the offseason has been right on point, and game one going exactly how they scripted it.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take...
Oh, he's got some space. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Reinhardt. Got the back over the middle.
And I know this football game is over, but we got to keep fighting. We got to keep finding something, some kind of rhythm in this offense, something we can hang our hat on that we do really, really well. Listen, the intermediate passing game like this has taken over college football, short to intermediate. So if they can find some of this, it'll help their offense moving forward.
Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Made a defender miss. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Defense looks as if it's coming. Wide receiver going in motion. He'll take it himself. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Off the play fake. A late game touchdown to put 6 on the board.
With that last touchdown now, they're trying to create some momentum. They're trying to avoid starting the season 0-1. They know they've got a lot of work to do here in the second half, but you should be feeling pretty good about that last score. Now you've got to keep that up.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He'll do it himself. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. After this, it'll be a wrap. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires left. And as the ball goes to the turf, the clock has hit 0. They get a big win here and start the season on a positive note.
You got to love that as the players. You come out, you have so much anticipation coming into the season, finally getting ready to play in front of a live audience. You're able to come out and execute and get this win under your belt. David, couldn't be a better way to start the year.
And for the losing team, obviously, it's a little bit different. You have something to look at now to analyze where do I need to get a little bit better, but plenty of time still left.